Hello, good evening and welcome to Business. COCOBOD has finalized a $1.3 billion syndication loan for the 2018-2019 cocoa season. The loan obligation, which was signed off by 21 banks, have been priced with a coupon rate of 6%, but 0.6% interest. CEO of COCOBOD, Joseph Boahen Edu, engaged the media via Skype from Amsterdam, Holland, on Thursday, where the facility was signed. There's more in this report.
Chief Executive Officer of COCOBOD, Joseph Edu, who signed off the receipt at Amsterdam in Holland, said the facility will center on equipping cocoa farmers for high crop yields. The first drawdown of the syndication loan will see $640 million by October 4th, with the final tranche expected by the end of November 2018. The first drawdown of the syndicated loan will see $640 million by October 4th, with the final tranche expected by the end of November 2018. Meanwhile, Joseph Boahen Edu said despite dwindling crop harvest, COCOBOD is on course to meeting its financial obligations.
Facility, it brings pressure on Ghana COCOBOD. Whereas the money that you are taking for, that is buying cocoa, that you want to take part to do these medium to long-term programs. So we've decided that we must have a separate financing apart from the annual facility financing to prosecute medium to long-term programs. And we've already, had favorable conversation with the banks. And this afternoon we are meeting to look at some of the arrangement that we are doing with a number of banks to have a medium-term facility. At the moment, we are looking for $300 million from these banks, to start with, so that we can use it to address some of these, fundamental.
Meanwhile, Joseph Boahen Edu said despite dwindling crop harvest, COCOBOD is on course to meeting its financial obligations in respect of the $1.3 billion syndicated loan. He said prudent expenditure plans will be drafted to ensure value for money.
Whatever amount that you take. And remember, this is also impacted by the world market price. So when the price of cocoa is going down, it means you'll be committing more cocoa for whatever collateral you've taken. That is whatever money that you've taken. And what I said, and which I must repeat today, is that because the world market price of cocoa continues to fall, we have to tread cautiously. If you take a bigger amount, let's say $1.8 billion when the price of cocoa is going down in the international market, it will mean that you will need more cocoa to be able to pay for that amount.
Chairman of CDH Holdings has confirmed plans to partner with an existing bank as it aspires to move from a savings and loans company to conventional bank. At the company's annual general meeting, the chairman of CDH Investment Holdings, Emmanuel Edu-Sarkodie, confirmed the company is in talks with several banks, but yet to settle on a firm partner.
Speaking at the company's annual general meeting, Chairman of CDH Emmanuel Edu-Sarkodie said, although the company has been involved in talks with several banks, they are yet to settle on one.
We are still open to discussions. I don't know what is up with Ghanaians, but mergers, acquisitions, we co-own it. It's a very thorny issue, but we are okay because we have very diversified shareholders, banks, insurance companies, fund managers. So we are still open, but the talks are always very difficult, especially when nobody ends up as majority, 4, 5, 6 of you, you all end up holding some small bits of it. So yeah, we're still open to discussions. Unlike banks who are under pressure to raise 400 million, we are not, because we are a savings and loans company. So we're just fine. We have all the time to plan our strategy of eventually joining the financial institution as a bank.
The fund, according to the annual general report, had made a year-to-date returns of 33.69%. Seth Ite is the fund manager.
The market will say that there are some equities, if you have them, sometimes you afloat and you will never get a gain. And sometimes you don't offload, you are in trouble. So that's where you need skill and experience. And so at the time that it got to a time when we decided that no, we're not going to offload, we're not going to sell and trade the portfolio, but wait and hold. And then all of a sudden, those particular shares that we thought that they were the rallying force, they started dropping. And so quickly we had to change strategy. So it was a result of strategy, change strategy, skill experience, until we were able to overcome it. So it was very challenging.
Sheila Tamaklo for Joy Business.
Some foreign investors have expressed displeasure with the country's local content policies. They say the current policies have become major disincentives to foreign direct investment. That's more in the following report by Bismarck Ausa.
According to some foreign investors, Ghana stands to gain if it remains an open market. This follows calls by a section of the public for increased local content participation. But speaking to Joy Business, the general manager of the Ghana-Netherlands Business and Cultural Council, Jiling Wiada, says this move could serve as disincentive for foreign investors.
Never in history was a policy where you, also in Holland, where you only focus on your own companies is helpful for extra investment. Because what happens if there are more investors in Ghana, then it also increases competition and local Ghanaian companies learn from the quality, etc., etc. So it should be a two-way thing. I am very much for a free trade environment. I believe in free trade. I'm not believing in the President of the United States and then all the protectionist measures. So I really hope that Ghana keeps an open eye on and remains an open market, and that will increase more investors to this country, to this beautiful country.
Mr. Wiada spoke to Joy Business at the GIPC networking event between Ghana, South Africa and the Netherlands investors. The event brought together the said investors to socialize and share business ideas to increase trade volumes between Ghana and the other international countries. Meanwhile, the president of Ghana-South Africa Parliamentary Friendship Association, Samuel Nati George, says there is the need for governments to push for more Ghanaian partnership by the South Africans to address local content participation concerns.
Currently, most of the South African businesses here have Ghanaian partnership. What we can keep to do is to push for them to have more Ghanaian partnership. Can we have 51% ownership as Ghanaian in here? I mean, you need to look at that also and see how that will also affect making Ghana a favorable destination. So in wanting to have majority Ghanaian shareholding, you need to ask yourself, what is the Ghanaian bringing on board in terms of capital or skill?
On her part, First Vice President of the Ghana-South Africa Business Chamber, Opebia Omabu, says plans are far advanced to open an office in South Africa to provide Ghanaian investors there some visibility.
In the future, we plan on opening an office in South Africa, which will enable the same visibility we give the South Africans here be given to the Ghanaians in South Africa. So this is our plan for early next year. It's working very well. I mean, we have almost finished and we'll have a grand opening and we will make a bit of noise about it when the time comes.
Bismarck Ausa, Joy Business.
That's all we have for you in business today. My name is Emmanuel Abuachi. Have a good day.